Christmas is a-coming, and I did not know if we were going to do Christmas school this year, but we are in fact doing that. So I'm going to share with you what we're using, do a bit of a flip through, and we'll chat about how I'm going to implement it in our homeschool this year. Hello and welcome. I'm Christine, a homeschooling mom of 3 kids. My kids are 9, 8, and 6. And I was not sure if we were going to do a Christmas school this year. In years past, we have used Gentle and Classical Christmas, and we have also used Gather Round's Christmas unit, one of their Christmas units. And then last year we used like an Advent book a little bit that we read through, but we didn't do anything too formal. And this year I really wasn't sure if I was going to or not, because, let me explain. The way that it works is that in New Zealand, our homeschool year runs from February through to December. And we usually try wrap up our school by the end of November. And then I would typically do like a homeschool unit from the first week of December or like the last week of November, and then moving into December. And I think because I've like come off the end of a whole school year, I just don't feel like doing more school. And we just want to be able to relax a bit. And so I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. Also, it's, the added cost of everything. But at the last minute, I was like, you know what? I just really love the look of this Christmas unit. And so I am going to go ahead and order it. So I got a Christmas unit, and I also have copywork. I have Christmas Carol copywork that my kids are going to be doing. It's a new product that I designed that's available in my store. So there are 4 different versions available. There is cursive copywork. There's tracing cursive copywork. There is print copywork. And then I've also got a preschool copywork bundle, which isn't Christmas caroling, but it's Christmas themed. So in the preschool one, you've got tracing and you've got coloring. So they're really fun. You can buy them individually, or I have got them in a package deal that is already discounted, but I've actually got it on sale at the moment as well if you want to pick that up. So it's very affordable. I've got it linked down in the description below. You can go and check it out. I want to add to that bundle more and add more resources to it, but it's a time factor thing for me. I've got a lot going on, but we're going to be implementing that in our Christmas school this year. Instead of doing handwriting, I'm just going to pull that in. Something that I did want to mention, I almost forgot, and so I'm just inserting it here in the video wherever it fits, is that I created a free homeschool Advent activities list. And if you want access to that and a bunch of other free homeschool resources, you can sign up for my free homeschool resource library down below. You'll get access to a password, and then you go on my website and there's a bunch of free printables in there and tools. And I do add to that. So what's there is not all that's going to be there. There will be more coming over time. But there's a good few things there to get you started, and specifically a Christmas printable there for you already. So you can go and check that out. But let's get back to the video. But let's chat about the Christmas unit that we're going to be doing. This is from Campfire Curriculums, and it is their In the Season of Caroling homeschool unit. I do actually have their other one. They sent it to me years ago, and we never really used it in its entirety. I need to go back, and maybe we will use that next year. But I really, really, really liked the caroling aspect. I play the piano, and I love doing Christmas carols to an extent. I get really tired when we sing the same ones in church every week for like a month, because we only have so many in our hymn book. But I do actually really love Christmas music. I also love history, and my kids love history as well. And so I just really liked the idea of using this. Now, we're not using it as a full and complete curriculum. They have the option to do that. So the way that Campfire Curriculums works is they have like different leveled books. So I think they have like 3 or 4 different levels. In this one, there's only 2 levels. There's like the one that you can use for elementary and up, and then they've got an early learner one here. And so I've just printed off the 2. So me and my older 2 will share this one, and then my youngest can do this one. And then they also have a core connections bundle, and that's where, like, if you want to use it as a complete curriculum, I don't even know if it's everything but math or whatever. It's something like that anyway, but it makes it a whole curriculum that you would use with your kids. You can do that. I'm not doing that. I am going to be using this as like an enrichment program to tack on during our family subjects time. So that's how I'm using it. I love that there's the flexibility to do that. It is not a workbook based program. There are no like worksheets. In this one, there's like coloring sheets for the little ones to do. But yeah, it's not worksheet based. So it's a real Charlotte Mason style unit study, a bit eclectic, but a really fun way to learn together. So I think it'll be great if I just open it and show you and we'll look through it together and you can decide if this is something that you enjoy or not. I'm not an affiliate for them or anything like that. I bought this with my own money and I'm looking forward to using it. I think it's going to be really fun and I'm looking forward to learning more with my kids. All right, let's have a look in here. The window is very glary on my laminated pages. So I've only got these 2 booklets, and something that they do talk about is that these actually don't have to be printed at all. You can screencast them. The only thing that has to be printed are like the coloring pages in here, but aside from that, these don't need to be printed at all. So if you don't have a printer or you don't want to print, you can just screencast it or like read it from a tablet or whatever. So that's something to be aware of. I'm not going to go through the entire book, but I will just show you sort of the outline of it. There are 12 lessons here. You've got your lesson index there with the different hymns. My plan is to do half a lesson a day so that in a month we get through all of them. I don't want to do a lesson a day. I think it's going to be too much to tack on to our existing school plans. So that's my plan, but there are 12 lessons. Now, their whole thing with like the different levels and workbooks is that the black text all matches up so everybody can read that together. And then this is read this first, but they also have, if things are in green colored font, they're like specific to whichever level you're in, and that's for you to read. And then there's a note-taking space here as well. So that's lesson 1, beautiful graphics. And there is a living books style story in here. So they'll like coach you through how to do the lessons. Lots of history in there, which I love. And then there's an area here you can pause for a deeper look. So this is really geared towards having like really good constructive conversations with your kids. There is this optional part. So if you are not a person of faith, these are optional. But if you aren't a person of faith, then this is a great thing to do with your kids. There's a faith talk. So at the end of the lesson, you get to chat about this and have a good in-depth discussion with your kids. And then there's a think tank section as well, which is more critical thinking to, again, have with your children. And then you have activity options. Really thankful that they give you options and that they're relatively simple to put together. So there are activity options for every lesson, but you do not have to do them. They're definitely optional. So that's what that looks like. And then you also have your Christmas Carol here. And there are links, like trying to find where it says it here. There's like a QR code where you can go to get your links. You have to have purchased the product. Like you have to put in, it's not going to just let you have access to it unless you've actually purchased the product. So that's what it looks like on the inside. It's really beautiful. So I'm very much looking forward to doing this with the kids. And then I'll just show you the early learner one. It's a lot less, like you can see it's like very thin. And you've got coloring pages here. So this is and there's activity ideas as well. So that's in there. There's like an area here where you could, if you were doing this just with a little child, you could like go through and read this to them. And then they get to rate the song. So cute little activities to do with your kids. This is meant to keep them occupied while you're reading to your older children. To be honest, I think my older kids are going to ask for these coloring pages to be printed out as well. So, yeah, really, really cute, very sweet activities. And I think this will be very doable for us for over the last little bit of our school for the year. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you do have any questions about anything that I chatted about, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
What if the world had more of your smile? What What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars,